Assalamu alaikum viewers. Today I will take you to the attractions in Egypt. This is a river Nile where Jacob had mother of Moses uh, put him in a wicker basket and set him adrift on the Nile to save him from the death squad of the ruling pharaohs. What happened was Pharaoh had a dream in which he sees fire coming from the city of Jerusalem, which burns everything in his kingdom except the land of Israelites. The Pharaoh was informed that one of the male children would grow up to overthrow him. He orders the killing of all newborn Israelites males in order to prevent the prediction from occurring. Experts of economics in Pharaoh's court advise him that killing the male infants of the Israelites would result in loss of manpower. Therefore, they suggest that male infants should be killed in 1 year but spared the next. Moses' brother Harun was born in the year when infants were spared, while Musa was born in the year when the infants were to be killed. The Moses' mother ordered her daughter Miriam to follow the course of the ark and report back to her. As her daughter follows the ark along the river bank, which was passing through the palace of Pharaoh, Moses was discovered by Pharaoh's wife, Aisha, who convinces the Pharaoh to adopt him. When Aisha ordered wet nurses for Moses, Moses refuses to be breastfed. Islamic tradition states that this is because God forbids Moses from being fed by any wet nurse in order to reunite him with his mother. His sister worries that Moses had not been fed for some time, and so she appears to the Pharaoh and informs him that she knows someone who can feed him. This is the place where Moses was discovered by Aisha in the palace. Anyway, after being questioned, she is ordered to bring the woman being discussed. The sister bring their mother, who feeds Moses, and thereafter she is appointed as the wet nurse for Moses. And this is the very place of palace where in childhood Moses grabs Pharaoh's beard and slaps him on his face. And this action prompted Pharaoh to kill Moses. But Pharaoh's wife persuades him not to kill him because he is an infant. Instead, he decides to test Moses. 2 plates are set before young Moses, one containing rubies and the other glowing coals. Moses reaches out for the rubies, but the angel Gabriel directs his hands to the coals. Moses grabs the glowing coal and put it in his mouth, burning his tongue. After the incident, Moses suffers a speech defect, but is spared by the Pharaoh. This is the very place in the Red Sea where Israelites stops when they reach the seafront while Egyptians were pursuing them. The Israelites exclaimed to Moses that they would be overtaken by Pharaoh and his army. In response, God commands Moses to strike the Red Sea, instructing them not to fear being inundated or drowning in the water. Here, sea was split into two, and Moses and the Israelites passed through the sea, while the Pharaoh and his army was drowned. The Quran states that the body of the Pharaoh is made a sign and warning for all the future generations, while the Moses and the Israelites were granted with the promised land. Behind me is a tree attributed to Hazrat Maryam and young Jesus Christ, Isa alayhi salam. When king of Jews Herod became paranoid that the child would threaten his throne and sought to kill him, they left Jerusalem and sought refuge in Egypt. Their journey was full of miracles. The family stayed here for 3 or 4 days, and they planted this tree here, which is still existing. With even thousands of years have passed. This is located in Al-Bahnasa, in Armenia. This is a graveyard in the town of Al-Bahnasa, which is 160 kilometers southwest of Cairo, in Armenia. This graveyard is also called Al-Baqi of Egypt, as Bahnasa were known for having 5,000 Sahabas buried in it. The large number of fallen Muslim soldiers buried in the city due to major battles against the Roman army and their fortification in this area. In March 2020, archaeological researchers from the Antiquities Inspection of Al-Bahnasa district claimed that they have located the archaeological evidence of the encampment of Khalid ibn al-Walid and 10,000 soldiers under him, who included 70 veterans of Battle of Badr. The excavation said the Muslim army's encampment were located in the current location of the village Bani Hilal Minia district west of Bahnasa. The locals at Bahnasa are very proud that their town contained so many landmarks of early Muslim heroes, which including 600 persons that participated in battles of Islam since the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Among them are Abbas bin Usman bin Affan, Muhammad bin Uqba bin Amr al-Jahani, Muhammad bin Abdurrahman bin Abu Bakr, Muhammad bin Abi Zar Ghaffari, Muhammad al-Kharsi, Al Hussain al-Sa'i, Sayyida Ruqqaya, Hassan al-Salih bin Ali Zainul Abidin, Ziyad bin Abi Sufyan, and Ubaidah bin al-Sumit. Here I'm outside Imam Hussain Mosque in Cairo. It's a mosque and a mausoleum of Hussain ibn Ali. Originally built in 1154 and then later reconstructed in 1874. The mosque is located in Cairo, Egypt, near the Khan al-Khalili Bazaar, nearby famous Al-Azhar Mosque, in an area known as Al Hussain. It is considered to be one of the holiest Islamic sites in Egypt. A small park is also in front of the mosque known as the Maidan Imam Hussain. The Mosque of Hussain in Cairo was built in 1154, but the current building is from the 19th century. A small door inside the mosque gives access to the Zari, where the head of Imam Hussain is buried. A hadith is written on the facade of the mosque, which translates Hussain is from me and I am from Hussain. It is said that Dawoodi Bohra Imam Abu Mansur Nizar al-Aziz Billah, who traced the site of the head of Imam Hussain, one should know that the body of Imam Hussain is buried in Karbala, Iraq. It is believed that the head of Imam Hussain was buried in Ashkelon, Palestine, for 250 years. Famous Muslim travelers Ibn Battuta wrote that the head of Imam Hussain was buried in the Umayyad Mosque of Damascus, but later it was brought to Palestine for reburial. Ibn Battuta went on to say that the head was brought to Cairo to save it from the Crusaders. This is the mosque and the shrine of Sayyid Ali Zainul Abidin, located in historical mosque in Sayyida Zainab district in Cairo. The mosque has been built during Al-Fatimi era and consists of historical writings that date back to 1154. The mosque has been previously rebuilt during the period of Ottoman King Hassan Basha by Prince Ottoman Aga, who also built a burial chamber for himself and his wife. This is the mosque of Sayyida Zainab, uh, who was a daughter of Hazrat Ali and granddaughter of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The mosque was built on top of the grave of Sayyida Zainab, the sister of Hassan and Hussain. Some historians consider that Sayyida Zainab was exiled to Egypt few months after the Battle of Karbala, where she settled for 9 months just before her death. This is the shrine and mosque of Sayyida Nafeesa, who was a female descendant of the Islamic Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and was a teacher of Imam Shafi. This is the Sayyida Aisha Mosque in Cairo, Egypt, that contains a mausoleum for Sayyida Aisha, daughter of Jafar al-Sadiq and sister of Musa al-Kazim. The mosque is located to beginning of Sayyida Aisha Street, bound to Muqaddam city. This is tomb or shrine of Sayyida Ruqqaya bint Ali, a granddaughter of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. This is the shrine or tomb of Zainab al-Sora, also known by her kunya Kalsoom bint Ali, was the granddaughter of Islamic Prophet Muhammad and Muhammad, peace be upon him, and daughter of Hazrat Ali. Her siblings were Hazrat Hassan al-Islam, Hussain al-Islam, and Zainab al-Kubra. Muhammad, peace be upon him, gave her the kunya Kalsoom because she closely resembled his daughter Kalsoom bint Muhammad, Zainab's maternal aunt. The tomb of Kalsoom situates in Imam Alaihis Street, a few meters away from Shafi Street. I was lucky enough to go inside the tomb and touch the holy shrine. And behind me is the shrine of children of Sayyid Aqil bin Ali bin Abi Talib, who was a cousin of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and older brother of Ali ibn Abi Talib and Jafar ibn Abi Talib. Due to his close kinship with both the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and with Ali ibn Abi Talib, his descendants was sometimes reckoned among the Ahl Bayt. He had several children, the most famous of them being Muslim bin Aqil, who was the messenger of Hazrat Hussain ibn Ali to the people of Kufa. This is the grave of Hazrat Abu Ghaffari, who was fourth or fifth person converting to Islam and from the Muhajirin. He belonged to Banu Ghaffar, the Kinana tribe. No date of birth is known. He was remembered for his strict piety and also the opposition to Muawiyah during Caliph Uthman bin Affan era. He is venerated by Shia Muslim as one of the 4 companions, early Muslim, who were followers of Ali bin Abi Talib. Once Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "May Allah have mercy on Abu Dhar. He is walking alone and he will die alone and he will be raised alone." This is the tomb of Imam Alaihis bin Saad in Cairo, Egypt. He was one of the most prominent jurists of his time. He was well known among the people everywhere. The Caliph and Amirs came to know him, and scholars praised him and testified to his profound knowledge, abilities of memorization, and mastery of religious affairs. Al-Ala ibn Kathir said, Alaihis ibn Saad is our master, Imam, and scholar. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal said, Alaihis had profound knowledge and his narration of hadith is authentic. Imam al-Shafi said, Alaihis is more knowledgeable than Malik. He means Malik ibn Anas, the Imam of the people of Al-Madinah. This is the mosque of Hazrat Imam Shafi, one of the 4 great Sunni Imams whose legacy on judicial matters and teaching eventually led to the formation of Shafi school of fiqh. He was the most prominent student of Imam Malik ibn Anas and also served as the governor of Najjar. In this area, 7 Coptic girls are buried who defeated and helped the Muslim armies under Amr ibn al-As. Soil from this area was used to be used for treating patients of different illnesses. Thanks for watching my video, and please subscribe my channel for my latest videos. Thanks.